The show today is the president of Insurance Circle Agency, Dave Rice. Good morning, Dave.
Good morning.
Good to see you.
Great to be here.
First thing we have to do is I need to present you with a return gift
Really?
from the Masters. As you went a couple years ago, hooked
Yes.
us up.
Yeah,
We have,
thank
of
you.
course, had to return the favor.
Thank you very much.
Of course.
You had a good time? Yeah.
Perfect time.
Oh,
Perfect time.
well, you had much better weather than I had.
Yeah.
If you remember, I was there that
That's right.
Saturday, excuse me, and it poured.
Yeah. That's
Which
right.
put a damper on things,
Yeah.
but it was unbelievable.
Isn't it amazing the things you learn from attending the Masters that you take back with you in your daily life?
It was awesome. I mean, impeccable. And then what? $3 beers.
Oh, yeah.
You know, a $1 pimento cheese sandwich. I mean,
Yeah. Well, Bart had
they get you on the way in at the
merch.
The merch.
Yeah. Bart had
And
a
then,
pile of snacks, and it was like $7
Yeah.
total. So,
Yeah.
no, it was a lot of
Yeah.
fun.
All
Oh,
the
yeah.
bathrooms hidden.
Perfect.
Everybody's there wiping off after it. I mean, it's just unbelievable. What an experience. I'm so glad you guys got to go.
Thank you.
They
It was fun.
clean every stall after
Yes.
every use,
Yes.
every time.
I couldn't believe that. That was the.
Yes.
Yeah. I could not
Yeah,
believe that.
not a dandelion anywhere.
Nothing.
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 And it rained, but there was no mud.
Yeah. Yeah. And then after the merchandise, you just go next door and ship everything home.
It's
They
amazing.
get you right there with it.
It's
Yeah.
perfect. Oh yeah, they do. Yeah, they hook you right in. They
Yeah.
hook you right in.
Yeah. Thank
well,
you very much.
Yeah, of course.
Thank you.
Of course.
Turn out the other one. There.
And your son David tells me that you're considering attending the Paris Olympics.
Well, I just got back from Paris.
How was it? How was the setup?
It was actually it seemed to me they're running behind.
Really?
Because it's only, what, 60 days?
They
Yeah,
al-
July,
They
right?
always run behind.
I mean, they were literally still building stands.
Oh, my goodness.
I mean, even all of some of the guides and things that we were wandering around with, they said, we don't know how we're going to get done, but they obviously will.
Yeah.
So, yep. So grab some Paris
Love
2024 gear and did some tours, and that's a heck of a city. Wow.
City of Lights.
That's
Yes.
Yes, they are, and it's typical. Every Olympics, they are behind on building the stadiums and the stands and the infrastructure.
One of my favorite things to do is to study the Olympic cities afterwards to see what has happened to
They
all of
collapsed.
the sites and things like that.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Remember in Atlanta, we drove by that stadium? It was the Olympic, and
Yes.
now it's like some community college
Yeah, it's crazy.
stadium.
It's crazy. Crazy
Yeah,
stuff.
that was great. Eiffel Tower. Saw the Mona Lisa.
Very cool.
That was
Very
neat.
cool.
Things that you don't think about, but we were
Right.
there and like, wow,
Yeah. That's
that's
cool.
the Mona
There it
Lisa.
is, right there.
Yeah. Anyway,
All right, you're in the insurance biz. What's the state of the current
Yes,
insurance?
so it's just been a whirlwind the last couple of years. I'm sure maybe even individually you felt homeowners, auto, specifically in the personal lines market. We call personal lines home and auto. We're in what we call a hard market. And I use this joking analogy. It seems to me that it's a race from every carrier's perspective. It's a race to see who can write the least amount of business.
That's weird.
So they're underwriting, and the reason is that they are losing money and their loss ratios are higher, right? And we all know they're never going to lose money,
Right.
right? They're going to adjust things.
Yeah.
And that's what's happening. And it's been a lot of reasons. Used cars have been at an all-time high. Repair costs for cars are high. Lumber has settled down a little bit, but construction costs, replacement costs. But I think the biggest thing is the weather. When you think about the weather across the country, we've had a lot of unexpected weather patterns.
Sure.
I mean, even here in the state of Michigan, with some of the hail. So all of these things combined, when you have an insurance carrier that is running, over 100% loss ratio, that means for every dollar they're collecting, they're spending more than a dollar. They say, we're not doing that anymore.
Yeah.
We need more premium. So as they're trying to get more premium into the market, they're cutting down on underwriting, and so it's been very, very challenging, to say the least. But
Tell us why we should care about annual insurance reviews, maybe more so now than in the past.
So I write a lot, mostly personally commercial business, and I actually insure a couple of insurance carriers and do a lot of, so I spend a lot of time in the E&O space, meaning I get to see a lot of the things that the agents have done wrong.
Okay.
So I learn a lot.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you, one of the biggest claims that we see is people just forget to call their agent. And for example, we had an individual that had added on to his barn a couple of times. Never thought
Forgot to tell.
Didn't even think about it. And
Right.
then unfortunately, the barn burnt to the ground.
Oh my God.
And he had like 150,000 of coverage on the barn, but it was worth 400.
Ugh.
Well, that's an issue.
Yeah.
We had another person that bought a side-by-side, wrote a check, bought a side-by-side, take it up north, so on and so forth. Never added it because he didn't owe anything on it, and got into a situation.
You think it's not
No
going to happen,
coverage.
but then it does.
It does.
It certainly does.
I say this often. Everyone's policy works until you use it,
Yeah.
right?
Absolutely.
That's when you know if it's going to work or not.
Right.
And that's why when you do those comprehensive reviews and spend time, look, we're selling a product that you can't feel, you can't touch, you can't
Right.
taste, and you're mad when you use it,
Right. Yeah.
right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Something bad happened when you're using
Right.
it. So as much as a pain as it is, so to speak, to do those, it's so important. Jewelry,
Right.
art, side-by-sides, tractors, just all of these things,
Yeah.
tools.
And you help everyone, and you shop the best, and can take care of people.
We do, and that's one of the items I was going to chat about. Not that everyone does or does not know this, but the biggest difference between agencies like us and many others that are independent agencies is that we represent a lot of different carriers, right? So we represent about 20 to 30 different personal lines carriers. When you're working with in no disrespect to a captive agent, but when you're working with a State Farm or a Farmers or a Farm Bureau or some of these captives, that's their product.
Right.
They don't literally have the ability oftentimes
To shop
go
other-
to
yeah,
shop
shop
other
other
carriers.
carriers,
So,
Well, thanks for your insight
Yes,
and
thank
your
you.
time today.
yeah, it's been a pleasure. Thank you again.
Of course. See you soon.
Okay.
The president of the Insurance Circle Agency, Dave Rice. More of the morning show right after this.